Hi, I'm Dr. Blair Masters. I wanted to talk to you about the approach that we take to treat health problems in our office. We take a very unique approach based on what is called the Triad of Health. And there's 6 things that cause health problems. There's structure, and this has to do with the bones and the joints and the muscles and tendons, that sort of thing. There's toxins, and these can come from the environment, they can come from things that we eat, what we breathe, food and drink, that sort of thing. There's nutrition, and obviously this has to do with what you eat, but it also has to do with what you drink, any hormones you may have, infections, and then prescriptions you may take. There's allergies, there's emotion, and then there's what we call electrical pollution. And electrical pollution has to do with 2 things, your acupuncture system, and also like if you live under power lines and that sort of thing, and you may have heard that you can have problems if you talk on the cell phone too much, that sort of thing. If you are in a situation where you're here and you're healthy, no problems, none of this is really bothering you. You have good function, and you're basically at ease. You wouldn't even go to the doctor, you know, you're doing really good. And this is what everyone wants. Everyone wants function. In other words, you want your body to be able to do what you ask it to, when you ask it to, without pain. That's what everybody wants, is this stuff right here. But when these things start to affect you, and they eventually affect everybody, because structure, everybody falls down or maybe gets in a car wreck or lifts too much, that sort of thing. Toxins in our air and our water and our food. Nobody has a perfect diet, and emotions affect everybody. These things start to bother you, and your body starts to malfunction. Now, this may or may not be something that you notice. Maybe your body just keeps plugging along and getting the job done, or maybe you're like, oh, I'm just a little stiff today, or I'm just getting old, or you play it off on something. But if this keeps going, eventually we see some kind of disease process, and this is when doctors start to name things. You have a diagnosis of heart disease, or you have a diagnosis of diabetes or arthritis and that sort of thing. And eventually, somewhere along this line, you start having symptoms. Now, there's 2 big problems with our healthcare system today. One is doctors specialize way too much. 90% of doctors that you go to in America, if you have a health problem, you're getting a prescription. My back hurts, here's a prescription. I have allergies, you get a prescription. I have depression, here's a prescription. I have toxins and it's giving me acne, well, here's a prescription. It doesn't matter what your health problem is, the doctors all give you prescriptions. Acupuncturists are kind of the same way. You have this problem, well, let's poke needles in you. You have this problem, let's poke needles in you. It doesn't matter, you're getting needles poked in you. And chiropractors have the same problem. Some of them believe that no matter what, you get an adjustment and you're going to be in good shape. Well, obviously that's ignoring a large part of the Triad of Health. The other big issue is that people all focus on the symptoms, and even the doctors do. So you go to the doctor with some kind of symptom, say it's back pain, and they say, well, here's a painkiller, let's just cover that up. But it allows the malfunction and disease process to continue. What we do at our office is we look at people holistically. We look at them structurally, toxins, nutrition, all of this, and then treat them appropriately. And we also don't stop treatment when you just barely get out of pain, because that allows your body to continue to get worse. We work on getting rid of the disease process, getting rid of the malfunction, so it makes you holistically healthy.